All right, guys, we ready to roll? Man, that long trade is pretty dope. Managed to crawl out most of my accounts back to green. Still some reds, but in a better place than we were before. That was great. Smash right in the middle of that segment there with Sean Sawyer, man. That was great. He's good. And pretty decent longs here. All right, guys, let's get ready to roll. So I just updated my P&L screenshot. I'm fully flat right now, leading up into Fed. Everything lined up, ready to roll. This is exactly what I was hoping to see. At least an attempt at reset back to normal. Friends, hit the like button there. Let's go. At 300 likes, we'll do a giveaway. Hit that like button, baby.
Traders trade soft. Here's a blue chew. Hope the market flushes you, 'cause you do. Camp coming up soon, better be ready. Speaking of coming, doc's back, sup doc, no Bugs Bunny. You make my tummy feel funny. All the lunch and green juice a man could ever need makes me real strong.
What do we think happens, you guys? Exciting times. Are we rallying? Or are we dying today? That's the real question. All right. Got a flash sale going on right now with ETF, a 90% off flash sale. Some of the products, you can check it out. Where's my chat here? All right. Elite Trader Funding, baby. Also, 40% off Tradeify, 40% off TPT, 199 resets on MFFU Core. Still going on for a little bit, 80% off Apex, and 10% off Funded Next. Use code Rocket Scooter or code Rocket for Funded Next. Let's get prepped and ready to roll. Everybody make sure you got my financial juice locked and loaded. The announcement's coming out soon. The dot plot's coming out soon, 7 minutes. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, so I got to take a leak. Do me a favor, hit that like button, please. We'll be doing a giveaway once we get to 500 viewers today and 300 likes. Tip your waiter, the freest thing you'll ever do. Just click that button. All right, be right back. Are y'all ready to roll? You ready for this, D-Gents? Oh. Oh. I'm getting excited. I can feel it. All right. All right, getting everything set up. All right. All right, we good? Good. All right. I'm going to trade one account. I'm gonna roll the dice, and I'm gonna roll the dice on my funded as well for the contest account for the long side. I'll see you guys at 0. Now I'm gonna hold 50 basis point cut, possible long entry to the long side, ride all-time highs, 560 Nasdaq. Who knows, man? Roll the dice, couple accounts, and fucking let it go. See what happens. I don't recommend doing this. Nobody clip this or quote me. This is pretty stupid, but I got nothing to lose. Whatever. I'm up for most of the accounts. Let's just have fun in a couple of them. Why not? I'm bullish. If it dips and falls liquidity pocket, can I hold 100 and something points worth of drop? Yeah, probably. Who knows? But we'll see. If this drops in minus 2,000, whatever my loss limit is, and it hits the loss limit, then we're done. We'll call it, but we'll be all right. I'm gonna have fun with this one. We'll see. All right. We shall see. Man, I got that long trade earlier for that possible squeeze up, looking good. Market's looking like shit. It's probably gonna hate whatever news, and it's probably gonna fall to here. Here's the range for today. We are either down here at 320, or we're either up here at 560. That's the range. We're somewhere inside of here. And who knows what's going to happen, but we got 3 minutes until the market brings us to the glory land. I must say that the market's probably going to die because who fucking knows? Probably because I'm longing. But until then, let's just play the song, tell the market. Do you think it's going to go to one full risk interval? 100% today. Let's analyze what we have going into this. Remember, it could probably dip, and I don't have all my accounts at exposure here, so I'm totally fine. VIX has been slightly elevated above triple B. We are going to be unusually volatile today, just FYI. VVIX is above 100 as well. We're going to be unusually volatile. Today, the press conference is not as near as important of a mover as the dot plot will be. Now we'll come out in exactly 2 minutes. Press conference will hint at the future. The dot plot will show you everyone's vote on the future. You're not going to get any more info out of the press conference today. Usually press conference is the big mover, but today, unless they need further clarification on the dot plot, the announcement will be likely the big mover. And I'm drawing the ranges upper DD band or at least the 560 level to tap. I'm going to go ahead and draw it here. One of the two, 560, 320. This is the range. I'd be very surprised if it didn't move far today. Starting to whip up some movement here. Ready for the big red FU candle. Let's go red. Oh, the anticipation. Oh, the anticipation. It's moving before the announcement, Jesus. I'm nervous. I fucking told y'all. Oh, that was great. Woo, baby. Flatten everything out. Oh shit! I forgot to enter my funded account. Okay, hold on. Oops, hold on. Whoops. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Okay, let me do that now. Ready, guys? I got my puts, baby. Yeah, I told y'all. I fucking told y'all. It's gonna pop. Now, what it's gonna do from here, I don't even know, but I flattened it out. And time to blow up to my funded account. Because I forgot to enter the long fucking contest account. News came out. I'm certain with the movement we're seeing now, it was 25 basis points. I don't even know. And it looks like the answer is 25. I don't even know, but I'm assuming from the movement it is 25. All right, let's check it out. I can throw the dot plots in here a little bit. Let's read those bad boys. Man, that was crazy. 455 to 511. I just took profit on that spike. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Wheel, nice. Very cool, very cool. So all my funded X accounts, the funded X accounts I'm trying to go for 100K payouts in, I hit those as well, hit those pretty hard. So there you go. I told you guys we'd be back above MHP today. I told y'all this is weird pre-Fed movement, but hey, there we go. Market, please don't die today, which is great. We love it. We love it. We love it. Very cool, guys. Fucking great. Let's see what happens now. Should I long at MHP one more time? First 10K day free, you're shaking. Gabriel, bro. Let's go. Guys, hit that like button. We get up to 300 likes. I'll do some Tradeify straight to funding giveaways today, as I always do. If you guys don't know, I give away about 30 prop accounts every single day to my followers, to my viewers, one of the biggest YouTube shows on the planet. My Funded TV, we give away My Funded Futures accounts. Today we'll give away a bunch of Tradeify straight to fundeds. Might as well make it a big event since there's a ton of you guys here today. All right. Look at that movement. Yeah, I told you guys all-time highs today. What'd I tell y'all? Fed median projection shows 50 basis point more cuts in 2025. I told y'all we'd be in close to one. All right, let's get that. Let's go to the let's get the actual projections here. Let's analyze the data now. Let's get those bad boys out here. There we go. How'd I do? Let's see how well I did on the prediction. Hey, smelly feet gone away. Holy shit, 2.5 and 3. Dude, lower for longer. Let's see how well my prediction was. Hold on. Let's see if I did okay. All right. Let's analyze this. All right. So my original thought was that we'd have, let me clean this off really quick. So we would have more people clustered around 3.5 to 4, and we have more people clustered around 3.5 to 4. Check. Nailed it. All right, number 2. More people next year clustered around 3.25 to 375. Next year, more people clustered 3.25 to 375. Check. Nailed it. All right. The year after, same-ish, and it's pretty much same-ish, with the exception of 2028 now appearing, which we didn't have before. 2028 is now here. 2027, same-ish. 2027, same-ish. Dude, look at this. Nailed it. I literally I nailed it. Pretty clean. Same-ish. 2027 clustered less than 3.5. 2027 clustered slightly lower. So the majority of people believe one extra rate cut for 2027. Same-ish, but actually slightly more aggressive. So in reality, I didn't nail this one. This one is actually fatter right here, but it's a quarter point off, kind of. So I was thinking that we'd be 3.5 and 3.25 by the end of 2026. The end of 2026, it looks like 3.5, 3.25 is it, which means we're getting 150 basis points between now and the end of next year. Book it, which likely means that, let's look at Fed Watch. Let's see if they got the data in there now for next projection. Oh, it still has this one. It's still this one. Guys, oh, we're so good. We're so fucking good at this. We're the best to do this. We're the best to do this on YouTube. I mean, nobody comes close. That's incredible. All right, guys. Here comes the drop. Yeah. Yep. Here it comes. We're going to sell the news. So quarter basis point now. And what I said was we would get like maybe 2 cuts. This year, of a total of possibly very cool, guys. All right, that's what I'm saying. I hate to brag, but we're the best. We're the best to do it on YouTube. No one puts in the amount of homework as you. I say we as in y'all, all of us. You guys are a bunch of smarty pantses here. Y'all nailed it. Y'all nailed it. We do our homework better than anyone else. All right, again, let me reiterate what I wrote. Okay. Jackson Hole commentary, as I specifically stated, flipped the script on rate cuts. Wall Street is pricing in a guarantee of a cut today. I am almost positive we'll be getting between 50 and 100 basis points before quarter one ends next year. That's either 425 or 250 over the next 6 months. That's 100 full basis points. Between now and 2026, the average takes us from 4.5 where we were down to 3.5. This is 100 full basis points over the course of next year, just on the median. Sorry, the highest spot. If you average all of this out, majority of people are down here. So the average is actually about 3.25, which is 125 basis points over the course of a year. So that's 5 25s or 125 over the course of a year. Oh God, we nailed it. 20K. I don't know. How much is that? Can y'all add that up for me? What's the total there? I'm kind of lazy. Dude, we fucking crushed. Oh, we crushed it. We crushed it. So, crushed it. Went up, touched open, came down, res is still less than 0. Algorithm still nailed, resistance, rock 0, algorithm 520, resistance, sell off from there. MHP every single time. Where can I long from here? MHP every single time. Can I take like one contract long? I probably could. Wow, this account is still red. This is the account that's down $32. That was the one that was down like 1,800 bucks though before the stream. And again, let's just have some fun with this one at MHP. I know it's crazy to be trading, but as long as you get above MHP, I kind of want to try along, but we'll see. I'll let this one lose like 500, or sorry, probably like 1,500 points, $1,500. If we do lose MHP, just one contract, one counts it. Happy birthday.
Every single time.
What's up?
Do you want your bets or you?
Yo. Yes.
Yes is not an option.
Called the inclusive yes.
Makes it very confusing.
Means I want both. Yeah. Yeah. You ever somebody throw the inclusive yes at you or whatever? Like, would you like to go to dinner or would you like to go get wine? And someone goes, yes. It means
All of the above.
all of the above. Bro starving over here. Yeah. Hey everybody. Look whose birthday it is. Look at this shining, smiling human being over here.
Thank you.
What'd y'all get her?
Yeah, what did you guys get me?
Did y'all get her anything? Oh God. They bought you a market crash. Look at that. We're falling all the way back down to bull zone. Now this account is back down to 1,500 in the hole. That's hilarious. I haven't touched any of the other accounts. Trust me, guys. Just this one. I think I made 20K today. I'm not sure. I told you guys the press conference is not going to be as big of a mover, which we're not there yet, but at least I told you that the actual Fed announcement is going to be the big mover. Now I'm just gambling with the contract just to stay to the long side on MHP, but we did lose that by a significant amount. Now remember, my stop loss is the biggest candle of the last hour. So 511 all the way down to 56. So I'm allowing myself roughly 60 points a stop. So right at about 410 is about where I'm going to stop on that volatility for the MHP hold. So I'm allowing one contract just to dive through here and end up here, but we'll see. Yeah, hey, they got you a 25 basis point rate cut.
That's amazing.
Fed is going to be cutting rates very aggressively now next year to save the jobs market. Not really everyone can get a loan, but like...
Wait, it makes it harder to get a loan.
If the Fed cuts rates, it makes it easier to, well, again, it doesn't directly go into like your ability to get a loan, but your thought process is right. When the Fed cuts rates, its credit is easier to come across. Like banks are more likely to lend money out and deposit with the Fed. A higher interest rate, it funnels money to the Fed. Lower interest rates, it funnels money to wherever.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Where's Ryan Wade? Because Pickle's here.
Yeah.
As happy as I was to get in at this is what my limit was, 1,500, let's call it. So I actually, the one that was down, that's down at 32 bucks is now down 1,500 again. And there goes my funded. Okay, well, my funded busted guy. Looks like I lost the contest. Oh well, that's kind of funny. Hey, I was trading the wrong account in the contest.
What?
They gave me, yeah, they gave me the credentials and I logged into the wrong, they gave us new credentials. And I logged into the wrong, like my original one. And I was trading completely the wrong account, so nothing's counted to this point. So I told people I'd roll the dice today and bet. I just lost, I just blew everything up. If you bet your house on me winning the contest, you guys are fucked. Yeah. No, I told everybody today I was going to coin flip on, and I MHP when it dipped, I grabbed and it's gone.
Why is it?
And it's gone. By the rumors, sell the news. We didn't get a 50 basis point, instead of 25. So you bet my dog on me. That's so funny. Everything else is a win though, so I'm happy with that. But I was 3 days late to my funded competition. I was trading the wrong account for a couple days. And now that I got like the real, my real credentials, I'm 2 days late. I told people I was going to like coin flip. I was already $2,000 in the hole anyway. So I said, okay, fine. Cause I was taking some trades on it, whatever. But if y'all bet on me to win, it sucks to me. Yeah, so that was kind of funny. Is Tom is in chat. What's up? Tom, it didn't work. I lost it all. But I made money in the accounts that matter. What's up, Tom? Tom's in here, guys. No, so I made a ton of money in the accounts that matter, but and my funded challenge account is the account that is the one red account of all the accounts that didn't make it. I know you guys were betting the farm that I was going to win. Should I take lower DD band trade? I told you guys that today. Remember I drew on my screen? Let me show you how good we were at this. Oops. Did I not write this on here today is where we're going to be. 320. One of the two. Pick your poison. That's it. Dude, if this morning told us anything, is this market is not having a good time. How'd I nail the range? 320. There it is. There's DD band. Should I try one more time? Liquidity pocket DD band every single time. Overshoot. Market dead. Market dying. Holy crap. All right. I don't even have to touch anything. No risk, no reward. Heavens to Betsy. Fine. Fine. Let's just be absolute. One contract, one account. 320 every single time. I don't know. This is dumb. Don't copy what I'm doing, guys. This is just really stupid. But every single time. I should be trading micros if I was really being a good role model for you guys, and a successful trader would tell you just to be like very risk averse in this kind of crazy nonsense. But my full port idea didn't work when I bought it in MHP, so that didn't work. Look at how crazy this is moving. It can just do pretty much a little bit of everything right now. Let's get this guy back up to 394 for the press conference, see what happens. This is just nuts. Look how crazy the market's moving. But double check Nvidia and other stocks are doing all right. S&P zoomed up. S&P bounced at MHP, so this is a good bounce point. Nvidia just clobbered through liquidity pocket, which is nuts. All right, so the funny part is you guys can tell everybody that Matt didn't win the 500 meters contest. But I did also call the bottom at 320, which is pretty nice. That is the bounce point. Let's make that $1,500 back, baby. Let's roll it. Gurus just for fun. Rip my funded. But it's a sim account, so it doesn't even matter. It's not really like I lost anything. But all right, give my $1,500 back, asshole. Give me my money back. Give me that loss back. Let's go. All right. Full transparency, you guys. You all ready? You ready for it? It's almost comical at this point because I made so much money today in my actual accounts. But I told you I was going to do it, so unfortunately the dice roll didn't work. Womp, womp, womp. All right. Tom. My bet's on Tom to win now. This is actually really funny. It was actually really fun. I had a good time doing this because, well, the point was, Wednesday, I didn't get I didn't even start until now, or yesterday. I didn't get the credentials on day until like the market started. I'm trading the wrong account. Everything I didn't even count. Yesterday, today, anything. And I told everybody, I'm just going to take a bet. I was going to take a bet in full port after FOMC. So when we broke through MHP, I bought the dip and it just didn't work. But everything else is pretty good because all my funded accounts did well. So I think that's pretty good. So this doesn't count towards a tally because this is just a sim account, but everything else is, that's just contest accounts. Everything else pretty good. And the accounts where it matters, 8, just like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5, 15, 16, 7, almost like 20K today. It's pretty good. Minus don't. Is CAT active? Absolutely got to check on that, right? So let's look. MHP has been broken, so market is irrational. Plus Nasdaq is a 208 drop from the top. 208 from here is roughly going to be 305. The 305 is CAT active, and the CAT active line is here. So see how we bounced the CAT active? So we should be good. 305. Great thought. You always want to check on that. And then, of course, S&P on the DD bands right here. Not broken yet, but risk interval is 57.50 out the top. And we're going to talk about here would be right at 30. Right. So basically 30 is cat active on S&P, not even close. A press conference is going to come out today, which is very close to what I thought, or we're about very close to what I thought we would see today. And boy, I'm so excited because we freaking nailed it. I love it when I get it right. I love it when I do my homework, and I love it when it gives me a gain out of it. So hold on. You know what I should post? I should post like the My Fun and you know that what's that episode of Seinfeld where they had the masturbation competition and Elaine just like walks up and she puts her mind on, she goes, and I'm out. I should just put that GIF underneath the post and everybody knows. So basically, yeah, I'm out. That's really funny. But I did announce that I was going to do that, so that's hilarious. And Kramer busting in, I'm out. So it is what it is. But I did say I was going to do it. I was going to have fun with it. I was like, everyone was up. Everyone got like a 3-day head start on me. And there's only like 2 days left. I was like, I'm either going to win gloriously or lose gloriously. Howdy. How you doing?
I wish y'all could see over.
Oh, they can't see all of it. And it's all very hot. Look at like Pilates girl over here. Look at this.
I'm like that Wii Fit Pilates girl. No, Super Smash Brother.
Oh yeah, she's actually really good character to play. She kicks my ass when I try to play her against the CPU.
You?
Yeah, when we were trying to unlock the character and you had to beat her to unlock her, she was pretty hard.
Asian Barbie.
Very cool. Nice. So, birthday girl, what are you gonna do today?
I don't know.
Any plans?
No.
Don't make any.
Okay.
Okay.
What time and what time?
From now until when I say, be ready.
Oh, okay, master.
Be ready. Be ready for something. I can't tell you when or where or what, but just be ready. Clear all your plans with me first for the next week or two. Before you plan anything, just double check.
Okay.
Be like,
next.
and be like, do I have this night free? And I'll be like, yes, you do. Or I might be like, maybe not. Yeah. Yeah.
Way of controlling me.
That's all I can ever do. I get 1 day a year to do it. Hey, so this is our birthday, by the way. So y'all give IDOC, y'all know, our favorite mod. She bans most of you sometimes on accident, but she loves you.
Actually, a lot of these guys are new. They don't know about my butt banning history. Literally, I butt ban.
She butt bans people all the time on accident. Reading chat while falling asleep and then bans people
with my nose.
With her nose. There's the balls on her face and bans people mid-stride, mid-conversation.
I banned a potential lifetime rocket scooter crew. Remember, you were having such a insightful intellectual conversation, and then I banned him for like 89,000 seconds.
Yeah, she banned somebody for like a year or something. I don't know. All right, so let me teach you something. So this is the thing we study, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. So rate cuts are good, right? This is each one of these dots is a person from the Fed, from the committee, and this is what we're looking at today. Mm-hmm. This is what they're telling you right now that they each want to vote over the course. You don't know who Jay Powell and who's whoever, but they're all here each year, and you can see how everybody's changing. So you know how to read a dot plot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this represents everybody's choice of what's going to happen for the year of 2025. The same people, this is what they think on 2026. So if like, for instance, if it was me and I bet, I think 4 this year and 3.5 next year and 25, Matt would be a dot in each line, in each line item. So what we're looking at, you can see that like the average of all of it is lower or longer. You can see that like over each year, the average rate is going to go closer to here. We were here today. Over the next 3 years, we're going to go down to there. That's pretty decent. Like that's big. So that's nice and bullish. It's going to be a good year for us. It's going to be a good 3 years for us, hopefully.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What does that mean for me?
Well, I mean, If it's good for me, it's gonna be good for you, I guess. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Which one of your favorite steak spots in Houston? Steak 48. That Steak 48 is pretty damn good. I love that place.
More Birkins. Steak 48 is good. It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have a favorite place. They're all
Prime.
good.
Prime is my favorite one.
Yeah.
Prime 131, 151, whatever. 131. Pretty good.
Yeah, there's I think they pound that blue dot.
Yeah.
Which one?
I think he's the blue dot. So this is good. This is good for 3 years, and the economic data is good, and the Fed's boosting the market. It's probably going to rally to all-time highs even after this crazy dip we just saw. Like I'm saying right here, like even now, the market doing this, I think we're going to keep rallying today. We'll see what we get. But press conference in about 5 minutes, you guys. So we're going to load it up and listen to Powell. We'll do a giveaway right now in a little bit. Get your votes in. What did I say? How about I give away 2 Tradeify straight to fundeds because I love you guys that much. That's $1,000 worth of accounts. And then if y'all stay for longer towards the end of the Fed meeting, I'll give you guys a few more since y'all hit the 300 likes and 500 viewers. Let's give away 2 of those guys. I'll give you guys $1,000 today. And then I'll give away a bunch of like my fund and futures accounts later. Oh yeah.
Music.
Get your votes in, guys, or get your name in. Type it in. Type in Tradeify in chat. Why is it?
They spell it wrong.
No, it's like banning some people. It's saying, oh, I don't even know. You're not even modding and it's banning people.
Not good.
Yeah, that's weird that it's like hiding.
Spelling it right?
No, it's hiding it from me. It's like, or hiding it from chat for some reason. Why is it?
Does that with MFF?
Is it's like, fuck you?
Yeah.
Tradeify? Yeah, so like some of you guys, that's weird. Okay. I don't know. Who knows? All right. Okay. Let's get some music going on here. Well, you know what I want to hear? Okay. Have a good afternoon. Wait, hold on. Do the dance. Okay, listen to this.
Right up to Matt's Wild Show. Tune in live.
I don't know how to dance to this.
It's like ragtime. This kind of music.
It's the Matt giveaway hour. Drop accounts raining down like a
You know, like, you're not talking about like they have like the. No, it's like this. I don't know if I have it. Hold on. You have the cane. I don't know, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the top hat and the cane, I'm feeling like that's what you would do. No. She's just doing random belly moves over here. This is not what I asked for.
This is way beyond my time. Okay? All I know how to do is.
This is way beyond everybody's time. This was from like the 1890s.
Yeah, but you clearly know how to dance in this style.
Do you have like the barbershop quartet with like the bow tie and everything? I think we're gonna be rallying to higher highs today. Press conference coming out pretty soon. All right, guys. For the birthday party, Matt, you got dance lessons. It won't help. Not for me. I'm doomed.
I've suggested dance classes with him before.
Yeah. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes of the press conference. I'll see you later. Okay. All right, later. Happy birthday.
Eat your food.
Thank you, doll. Type it in, Tradeify. Actually, this is more like, what do they call it? Like the music from the teens and 20s. Was it called ragtime?
So gather round, don't trade alone. This ragtime tunes your winning zone.
I guess it is ragtime. He did say ragtime. It is called ragtime. Great. It's a wonderful song. Wonderful, wonderful song. Okay, guys. All right. We're going to get this going. Okay. You can spin the wheel. All right, 2 of you guys will become a funded trader with Tradeify immediately when your name is pulled. Funded trader. And we got tons to give away too, so stay around. We'll do it all afternoon. We get armed and ready for the press conference here. If you haven't subbed to the channel yet, guys, we'd love to have you sub to the channel. Don't forget. VWAP, QQQ. Winner number 1, you're now a funded trader with Tradeify. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Victor Kukin, you are the winner. So after this, we'll do a giveaway for a bunch of fun index and my funded futures. We'll make it fun for you guys, but after the press conference. So hang tight. Stop. Oh.
Charts were heavy, the nights were long. Every setback made him.
And by the way, we did have somebody a couple giveaways ago try to use another name. Shenzhou, next winner. And they not only got disqualified from our giveaways for life, but they also got banned from 3 of our prop partners for life. So somebody tried to use like multiple accounts to enter the giveaway multiple times. We caught them. Are you 2 winners? All right. What you need to do, go to my Discord in the description below. Go to the contest channel. You have 1 hour to do this. Talk to our admin Slacks in the contest channel. Take a screenshot of your YouTube ID. Send him that in the message. Have an account with Tradeify already. I'll give you instruction on how to claim your Tradeify straight to funded accounts. Congratulations. You 2 are now funded with Tradeify. You can change your name all you want, but if you enter the contest with multiple names, we're going to catch you. If you log in like 3 or 4 times for the same contest, we'll catch you. All right. Should I just be a degen and long? Just have some fun. The press conference is starting in a minute here. Pals not talking. Okay.
Over the past year at a relatively low level. Payroll job gains.
Let's hear him talk about giving us multiple rate cuts over the next year or 2.
Month over the past 3 months. A good part of the slowing likely reflects a decline in the growth of the labor force due to lower immigration and lower labor force participation.
Every time I touch it,
labor demand has softened, and the recent pace of job creation appears to be running below the break-even rate needed to hold the unemployment rate constant. In addition, wage growth has continued to moderate while still outpacing inflation. Overall, the marked slowing in both the supply of and demand for workers is unusual. In this less dynamic and somewhat softer labor market, the downside risks to employment appear to have risen.
It's crazy to see how much the market is like jolting around off of this.
In our SEP,
I don't think it's going to rally now with a candle like this anymore.
Is 4.5% at the end of this year and edges down thereafter. Inflation has eased significantly from its highs in mid-2022,
down 1,000, up 1,000, down 1,000.
But remains somewhat elevated relative to our 2% longer-run goal. Estimates based on the Consumer Price Index and other data indicate that total PCE prices rose 2.7% over the 12 months ending in August, and that, excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 2.9%. These readings are higher than earlier in the year as inflation for goods has picked up. In contrast, disinflation appears to be continuing for services. Near-term measures of inflation expectations have moved up, on balance, over the course of this year on news about tariffs, as reflected in both market and survey-based measures. Beyond the next year or so, however, most measures of longer-term expectations remain consistent with our 2% inflation goal. The median projection in the SEP for total PCE inflation is 3.0% this year and falls to 2.6% in 2026 and to 2.1% in 2027. Our monetary policy actions are guided by our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. At today's meeting, the committee decided to lower the target range for the federal funds rate by a quarter percentage point to 4 to 4.25%, and to continue reducing the size of our balance sheet. Changes to government policies continue to evolve, and their effects on the economy remain uncertain.
Oh, it's about to get fucking
Higher
crazy in a
tariffs have
second.
begun to push up prices in some categories of goods, but their overall effects on economic activity and inflation remain to be seen. A reasonable base case is that the effects on inflation will be relatively
It
short-lived.
doesn't look like it's stabilizing the
a
rally, but
one-time
we'll see.
shift in the price level.
We'll see.
But it is also possible that the inflationary effects could instead be more persistent, and that is a risk to be assessed and managed. Our obligation is to ensure that a one-time increase in the price level does not become an ongoing inflation problem. In the near term, risks to inflation are tilted to the upside and risks to employment to the downside.
Dude,
a
this
challenging
fucking
situation.
Candles all over
When
the
our
place.
goals are in tension like this, our framework calls for us to balance both sides of our dual mandate. With downside risks to employment having increased, the balance of risks has shifted. Accordingly, we judged it appropriate at this meeting to take another step toward a more neutral policy stance. With today's decision, we remain well positioned to respond in a timely way to potential economic developments. We will continue to determine the appropriate stance of monetary policy based on the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks. In our SEP, FOMC participants wrote down their individual assessments of an appropriate path for the federal funds rate, based on what each participant judges to be the most likely scenario for the economy. The median participant projects that the appropriate level of the federal funds rate will be 3.6% at the end of this year, 3.4% at the end of 2026, and 3.1% at the end of 2027. This path is 1/4 percentage point lower than projected in June. As is always the case, these individual
Fun times.
forecasts are subject to uncertainty, and they're not a committee plan or decision.
Let me just close that
Policy is
out.
not
I was trying to
on a
buy off of
preset
MHP on
course.
S&P, but Nasdaq is being a little
The
crazy.
Fed has been assigned two goals
stick to
for
S&P
monetary
now.
policy: maximum employment.
I'm
and
just
stable
grabbing scalps every time we
prices.
hit
remain
MHP, but I think I'm
committed to
done with
supporting
it.
maximum employment, bringing inflation sustainably to our 2% goal, and keeping longer-term
All right.
inflation expectations well anchored. Our success in delivering on these goals matters to all Americans. We understand that our actions affect communities, families, and businesses across the country. Everything we do is in service to our public mission, and we at the Fed will do everything we can to achieve our maximum employment and price stability goals. Thank you. I look forward to our discussion.
Great. Thank you. Chris Rugaber at Associated Press. As you know, Fed Governor Stephen Myron has kept his position at the White House, even as he's joined the Fed board. This is the first time, I believe, the Fed's board has had someone with executive branch ties.
All right, let me get you guys an update. I'm flat now.
Does this compromise the Fed's independence from day-to-day politics?
I'm gonna stay flat, even though I could probably
how can
still
you
hold that long on
maintain
S&P?
the public's perception the Fed is politically independent with this dynamic? Thank you.
So we did welcome a new committee member today, as we always do, and the committee remains united in pursuing our dual mandate goals. We're strongly committed to maintaining our independence, and beyond that, I really don't have anything to share.
Okay, and then just as a quick follow-up, I'm sorry, can you and other Fed officials have spoken extensively about the impact of tariffs on inflation, although perhaps with many companies appearing to eat the tariffs, tariffs may be impacting the labor market and other parts of the economy instead. Do you see that as a possible outcome here, that tariffs are the reason we're seeing some slowing, particularly in the labor market, rather than in inflation?
So Fed projections imply additional 50
it's
basis
certainly
points of cuts in
possible.
2025, just like
we're
we
beginning to see-
forecast.
we have begun to
Looks like this
see,
is a sell the news event.
goods
It's not
prices
picking up a lot of
showing
momentum
through
here.
into higher inflation, and actually the
VIX
increase
isn't
in
really
goods
moving around that
prices
much either, which is
accounts
interesting.
for most of the increase in inflation, or perhaps all of the increase in
Inflation has
over the
moved
course
up,
of
remains
this
somewhat
year.
elevated. That's where the market's responding right
Those
now.
are not very large effects at this point, And we do expect them to continue to build.
You guys remember when I told you today on My Funded TV that the announcement would be a bigger mover than the press conference? I was also right about that.
On unemployment.
But I tell you guys, y'all learn something from me every time. When the dot plot comes out to be a more substantial thing that we care about,
more about the change in immigration.
the press conference is much smaller. So when I told y'all today, when people are like, as you learn from me and as you learn as history, you will learn this as well. Usually the press conference is the big mover most of the time. Except for when the dot plot's coming out and you know rate cuts are going to happen and you want to know how severe it's going to happen. The announcement is the bigger news. Today was the bigger news.
Quite sharply. Now demand coming down a little more sharply because we now see the unemployment rate edging up.
Legend Smurf making $210,000. Dang, bro. Nice, John.
Nick Timrose.
He's unstoppable.
Do economic conditions and the balance of risks no longer warrant a restrictive policy setting?
Very good, very good, very good.
So I don't think we can say that. What we can say is this, that over the course of this year, we've kept our policy at a restrictive level, and people have different views, but a clearly restrictive level, I would say. So, and we were able to do that over the course of this year because the labor market was in very solid condition with strong job creation and all those things. I think if you go back to April and now look at the revised job creation numbers for May, June, July, and August, I can no longer say that. So what that means is that the risks were clearly tilted toward inflation. I would say they're moving toward equality. Maybe they're not quite out of equality. We don't need to know that. But we do know that they've moved meaningfully toward greater equality, the risks between the two goals, and that suggests that we should be moving in the direction of neutral, and that's what we did today.
Under what circumstances would a larger than 25 basis points rate cut be warranted, and how seriously was that option entertained at your meeting this week?
There wasn't widespread support at all for a 50 basis point cut today. I think we've done very large rate hikes and very large rate cuts in the last 5 years.
It doesn't really change
much. You tend
much.
to do those at a time when you feel that policy is out of place and needs to move quickly to a new place. That's not at all what I feel, certainly.
So
now. I feel
probably
like our
slower
policy has
than
been doing
this
the right
is big.
thing so
Interesting
far
to hear
year.
this.
I think we were right to wait and
So
see
probably
how
getting quarter
tariffs
point
and
cuts
inflation
per
and the
session
labor
rather than
market
50s.
evolve.
So this
I think
answers
we're
that
now
question for me.
reacting to,
Quarter point,
to
point.
the much lower level of job creation and other evidence of softening in the labor market, and saying, well, those risks are maybe not fully balanced, but moving in the direction of balance now, and so that warrants a change in policy.
Colby Smith with the New York Times. Should we be viewing today's cut as the committee taking out some insurance against the possibility that the labor market is at risk of weakening? Or is it the committee's view that the dynamics of a downturn are already in place? I guess I'm just trying to square the shift in the rate forecast in the SEP towards more cuts than just 3 months ago, with the fact that the forecast for unemployment didn't change.
Yeah, I think you could think of this in a way as a risk management cut, because if you look at the SEP, actually, the projections for growth this year and next actually ticked up just a little bit, and inflation and unemployment didn't really move much. So what's different now? What's different now is that you see a very different picture of the risks to the labor market. You've seen, we were looking at 150,000 jobs a month at the time of the last meeting, and now we see the revisions and we see the new numbers. And I don't want to put too much emphasis on payroll job creation, but it's just one of the things that suggests that the labor market is really cooling off. And that tells you that it's time to take that into account in our policy.
So just looking at the SEP, once again, the median participant has inflation higher than previously expected by the end of next year, and the Fed not getting back to the 2% target.
Catalyst is now active. S&P 6630. Catalyst is active across the board. Let everybody know that in Discord. What's the role, chat? And Cat is active.
Yeah, so I would look at it this way. We fully understand and appreciate that we need to remain fully committed to restoring 2% inflation on a sustained basis.
Yeah, I got to chill on this one.
We will do that. At the same time, we've got to weigh the risks to the two goals. And I would say since April, to me, the risks of higher and more persistent inflation have probably become a little less. And that's partly because the labor market has softened, GDP growth has slowed. So I would just say that the risks there have been less.
So now, yeah, full port, all in, everything. Yeah, you guys are so funny.
And in terms of the labor market, what we're seeing is unemployment is still low. It's still a relatively low rate, but we're seeing downside risks.
Michael McKee from Bloomberg Radio and Television. I'm a little confused by
In general,
your explanation.
this is like not
the
bullish
Fed
today.
cutting
Doesn't
rates
feel like it,
because
but
of
it's definitely
unemployment.
bullish overall.
Do you think that most of what's happening in the employment area is related to immigration, which your rate cuts wouldn't address? How do you see that as more important?
So
than
basically, what we're
inflation,
gonna
which
see
has remained almost a full percentage point above your target?
Well, I was saying that what's happening in the labor market has more to do with immigration than it has to do with tariffs. That was the
We're
question
going
I was
to
answering.
get two more rate cuts this year,
All of what's happening in the
25
labor
each
market
between now and
is
December,
due to
which means
tariffs. I mean, you clearly
3
have a
months left. We're going to
slowing
get 2 rate cuts for the end of the year.
Immigration. You clearly have a slowing in demand, which is now perhaps
then
more than
2 more
that
next year.
in supply.
2 to 3
And we
more
know
next
that
year.
because the unemployment rate has ticked up. So, that's what I meant by that.
If I could follow up, every year since 2015, the SEP has forecast that you would hit your target 2 years later. And this year, this SEP says you're going to hit your target 2 years later. 2% does not seem to be in sight. Does that suggest that the 2% target is not really achievable? And does this present any credibility problems for you in telling people that that's what you're going to do if you can never reach it?
Well, I mean, you're right. It does say we're going to get to 2% inflation in 2028, at the end of 28. But that's literally how you put the projections together. You're writing down a rate path, which is designed to create, over the course of the SEP, time frame, 2% inflation and maximum employment too. So that's all that is. No one really knows where the economy will be in 3 years.
Okay.
But the nature of the exercise is to write down policy that you believe would return to the 2% goal over at least by the end of the exercise.
Thanks so much.
Catalyst is
Elizabeth
active,
Schulte
you guys.
with
We know the
ABC
drill.
News.
Cat active, nothing.
The latest inflation report shows that
I can
prices
take a micro
are still
at
going
the
up
bear
across
market
key
down.
categories for many households, including groceries. What will the Fed do
Like the bear
if
zone.
prices pick up more?
So our expectation, and you can see this consistently through the year, has been that inflation will move up this year, but that basically because of the effects on goods prices from tariffs. But
You said the
that,
press conference makes a
those
bigger move.
will turn
Usually
out
it
to
does.
be a one-time price increase as opposed to creating an inflationary process. That's been our forecast.
But not
pretty much every
usually whenever
all
the big
individual
news is
forecasts
the
say that.
projection.
We
So
can't just
today,
assume
the
that,
projection
though,
is the
right?
bigger move.
We have to, our job is literally to make sure that is what happens.
Press
And
conference has been going on for 20 minutes, and it still hasn't been a bigger move than the
situation we're in
projection.
is that we see inflation. We continue
So,
to
and
expect
the
it to
amount where
move
we
up,
know the
maybe not
projection
as high
is
as
gonna
we
be the
would
bigger
have
move
expected
today.
it to move up a few months
We actually
ago.
were very correct on that.
The
So the
pass-through
projection was here.
of the tariffs into inflation has been slower
And in
smaller.
what, 1, 2, 3,
The
4,
labor market
5,
has
6, 7,
softened.
8, 9,
So
10
the
minutes
case for
went this
there
far.
being a persistent inflation
We've been going live for 20
outbreak
minutes on the
is
press
less.
conference.
And so that's why we think it's
And it hasn't even touched
really
stimulus.
to
And so
acknowledge that the risks
Press
to the
conference isn't
other
going to reveal anything new.
have grown.
We've already figured
and
out
that
what's
we
going to
should
happen from the
move in
projections.
the direction of neutral. So what will
We're going to be
We'll
getting,
do what we need
so
to
we're
do,
going to be getting
but we have two
two
mandates, and we try to
25
balance them.
basis point cuts.
For a
this
long
year
time,
and 2
our
more next year.
framework says that when our two goals are in tension, this is quite an
So we're going to
unusual
be getting a
situation.
full
How do we
rate, a
decide
full
what to do?
point of
Because
cuts
our-
between
our
now and the
tools
next
can't do
year.
two things at once.
So that's kind of what
we ask, which is farther from, how far
normally
is
the
each from
press
goal and how
conference
long
is
it
the bigger
expected to get
mover
to the goal?
normally, but today
and then
it's the
as we think
because the
about
press
those
conference
things,
is
and we
hinting at the
see,
future.
as I mentioned,
Today
we've
we
been-
get the future
our
in the
policy has been
projections, and the
really skewed
projections are the
toward
big
inflation
deal
for a
just
long
this
time.
time. This is a one-off.
Now we see
Normally
that
the press
downside
conference is the
risk
big
clearly
mover,
in the labor market, and so we're moving.
but
in
he's
the
not saying
direction of
anything
a more
shocking now that we
neutral
don't already know.
Concerned are you about the slowdown in the
From
job
the projection.
market for households?
Projection
at home,
told us all the
especially
answers
younger
we need.
Americans
So guys, we're going to be
struggling
at
to
3 to 3 1/4.
So it's an interesting labor
projected
market,
rate
and obviously
by
we
end of
think
next
it's
year. So we're going to be
appropriate
at
that we reduce our rates so that
3.5
we become more
to
neutral, which will
3.75 by the end of this year.
presumably will be better for the labor
And we have
market.
3 months left. So we're going to be getting a rate cut every meeting except for one.
people
Because he
who are
did
sort
say
of
they're
more
not
at the
doing 50
margins.
basis
So
points. It's not
kids coming out of
appropriate unless
college
policy's way out of whack.
and younger people.
And so if they didn't do 50 today,
minorities
when it's
are,
dire need to do so, they're not going to do
having
50
a hard
again.
time finding jobs. The
Be weird if they
overall
did.
job finding rate is very, very
So
low.
Powell just gave us all the
However,
clues for
layoff
the
rate is
answer.
also very low. So
25,
you've got a low,
probably next
a low
month.
firing, low
25
hiring
probably December, and then a
environment.
couple
The
more
concern is
first
that
quarter, second quarter
if you
next
start
year.
to see layoffs,
Yeah.
the people who are laid off there won't be a lot of hiring going on. So that could very quickly flow into higher unemployment. In a healthier economy, healthier labor market, there would be jobs for those people. But now the hiring rate is very, very low. So that's been a growing concern over the last few months. And it's one of the reasons why we think it's appropriate that we begin to shift our policy focus toward.
But
more
normally the
balanced
press conference is usually the big mover. Today was the one we said today that was going to be the one exception.
Steve Leisman, CNBC. Mr. Chair, in the past,
Find it next. Let's
during
go.
rate cuts, you used the word recalibration. And I wonder if you pointedly did not use it this time. And in fact, when you said policy is not on a preset course, did you mean that as sort of the opposite of recalibration? Are we meeting to meeting, data point by data point? Are we in the process here of getting back to neutral? Thank you.
So I think we're in a meeting by meeting situation. We're going to be looking at the data. You know what? Let me say a word about the SEP really here. So we often point this out. What the SEP is it's an accumulation of the individual projections of 19 people, showing what they believe at a particular moment in time to be the most likely path for the economy and thus the appropriate path for monetary policy as well. And as you know, we don't debate or try to agree on what that is. We just write them down and accumulate them. We do sometimes discuss them. And so we always say we're not on a preset path, and we really mean that. The actual decisions we make are going to be based on the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks at the time the decisions are actually made. So you will have seen that we have 10 participants out of 19 who wrote down 2 or more cuts for the remainder of the year, and 9 who wrote down fewer than, in fact, in a good number of cases, no more cuts. So rather than looking at this as certainty, I would encourage people, as always, to look at the SEP as through the lens of probability. And so there are different possible outcomes and likelihoods rather than this one is certain and this one isn't happening. So that's what I would say.
Thank you for getting to my follow-up question, which was, is the dispersion in the outlook a sign of uncertainty of policy in the meetings to come? Thank you.
You know, it is such an unusual situation. Ordinarily, when the labor market is weak, inflation is low. And when the labor market is really strong, that's when you got to be careful about inflation. So we have a situation where we have two-sided risk. And that means there's no risk-free path. And so it's quite a difficult situation for policymakers. And it's not at all surprising to me that you have a range of views. It's not so much about having different views for the path of the economy, but it's partly that. But it's also partly about what's the right thing to do in light of the tension between the two goals. How do you weight them? How worried are you about one versus the other? And so it's natural. I think it would actually be surprising if you didn't have a pretty wide range of views based, in this kind of highly unusual situation, and we do. So, but we get together, we discuss, we have a great discussion, and then we decide what to do and we act. But you're right that it's a wide dispersion of views, and I think that's understandable and natural in the current situation.
Hi, Victoria Guida with Politico. You've talked a lot about Fed independence and the importance of it over the years, but as markets have questions about what exactly President Trump's intentions are with the Fed, what would you point to as the things they should be watching to determine that the Fed is still making decisions based on, the economic outlook rather than political considerations?
Look, it's deeply in our culture to do our work based on the incoming data and never consider anything else. That's just everybody who's at the Fed really feels strongly about that way. So, you'll know it by the way we talk about what we're doing, by the speeches that people give, by the decisions that we make. You'll know that we're just still going to do that. That's all we do. And we don't frame these questions at all or see them in terms of political outcomes. I think when you get to another part of Washington, everything is seen through the lens of, does it help or hurt this political party, this politician? You know, that's the framework. And I think people find it hard to believe that that is not at all the way we think about things at the Fed. We're taking a longer perspective. We're trying to, serve the American people as best we can. So I think you would be able to tell. I don't believe we'll ever get to that place. I would say we're doing our work exactly as we always have now, and they're making their arguments, and we're having really a great discussion around these challenging issues. So.
Do you see the court case around Lisa Cook as being related to questions of Fed independence?
I see it as a court case that it would be inappropriate for me to comment on.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Edward Lawrence from Fox Business. So we saw the preliminary benchmark revisions down 911,000. The revisions for June were the first negative revisions we've seen since December of 2020. How can the Fed base important decisions on rate and what to do with the interest rates on data that seems to be, as you've called it in the past, noisy?
So on the QCEW, the revision that we saw was almost exactly what we expected. It was amazing how close the expectation was. So, and the reason for that is, for the last bunch of quarters, there's been almost a predictable overcount. And I think the Bureau of Labor Statistics really does understand this, and they're working hard to fix it. It's got to do, of course, it has something to do with low response rates, but it's also got to do with what's called the birth-death model, because a good amount of job creation happens around new companies, and how many go out of business, how many are founded, and it's just really hard. You can't survey for that. You've got to have a model that predicts that, and it's quite difficult to do, especially when the economy is undergoing big changes. So, and they've been working on that and are making progress on it, but.
Right, so we think we're going to be crashing out for the rest of the day? What do you guys think we're going to be doing?
For us to do our work. To the extent we have issues around data right now, it's about low response rates. That's happened all over really. Response rates are just lower to surveys now, both in and out of the government. And it's no great secret. We want higher response rates, and we need those to have DD band today. Less volatile data. And the way to get that is to make sure that the agencies that collect the data have sufficient resources to drive higher response rates. It's not a complicated problem, but that's what it takes. It's not a mystery. That's what it takes. The other thing I'll say, Edward, is in the case of the job creation, the response rate is quite low for the first month, or lower.
Catalyst is active. The market doesn't catalyze into like a crazy fucking sell-off.
Still collecting responses for that last month, for that prior month. And you get to the place where the data are much more reliable by the second and certainly the third month. So it's not that we don't get the data, it's just that we get it a little later.
But for the benchmarks, if that holds, it's 51% of the jobs that we thought were there weren't really there. Shows a weaker job market coming into this year. If you had had that information, would it have changed your mind related to where the interest rates should be? Should there have been a cut earlier?
We have to live life looking through the windshield rather than the rearview mirror, as you know. And all I can tell you is we see where we are now, and we take appropriate action, and we took that appropriate action today.
Thanks. Howard Schneider with Reuters. So as you mentioned a minute ago, some margins of the job market would suggest that the slide's already happening. Black unemployment rate in August was above 7%, declining work week, difficulty among college graduates finding work, rising youth unemployment. Why do you think a quarter percentage point now is going to arrest that?
Well, I hadn't say that I thought
this has been some great scouts, great trading.
Look at the whole path of rates, right? And the market's has already been baking in expectations. I mean, our market works through expectations, right? So I think our policy path really does matter. And I think it's important that we use our tools to support the labor market when we do see signs like that. I did mention that, you see minority unemployment going up, you see younger people.
I'm over trading if I do anything else.
Vulnerable economically, more susceptible to economic cycles. That's one of the reasons, in addition to just overall lower payroll job creation, that shows you that at the margin, the labor market is weakening. I would also point to labor force participation. Some part of the significant decline in labor force participation over the last year has
How until you market bounce out to normal by tomorrow?
Just the
We'll be
usual
fine.
aging process. So we put all this
Dude,
together.
the scalps have been fucking
and we
great
see
today.
that the labor market is softening, and we don't need it to soften anymore. Don't want it to. So we use our tools, and it starts with a 25 basis point rate cut, but the market's also pricing in a rate path. I'm not blessing what the market's doing at all. I'm just saying it's not
one
just
account
one
can still make
action.
some money. This one right here.
As a follow-up to that, the growth mix right now seems very
All right, Fund Index, guys. Let's get
investment,
y'all's entries in. Let's do a little giveaway for that as well.
on the consumer spending side.
Talk about the rapid accounts of Fund Index. Fund Index is the quickest to pay out of any prop firm out there. 4 days to pay out in rapid. It's 1 day to pass, 3 days to pay
I
out,
wouldn't say that.
40%
I mean,
consistency.
you're
That's
right.
it.
Those are two.
By far,
we're getting
one of the fan
unusually
favorites here on
large
this
amounts
stream.
of economic
We'll give away
activity through the AI
a handful of rapid
build-out
accounts
and
today for
corporate
those of you to
investment.
check them out if you've never checked them out before. Fund Index is one of
And how
the
long
firms
that
I
will
trade
go
with.
on,
That's
no
what you
one
see at the top.
In terms of spending,
I'm
you
gunning
saw
for
that
the
Fund
Fund
Index
Index
spending
futures
numbers were
first $100,000
well
payout
above
is going to be me.
expectations, and that may well be skewed.
So
toward
I'm holding out in
higher-
payouts until I get to
higher earning
100,000.
consumers. There's a lot of anecdotal evidence.
I
to
am
suggest
now
that. Nonetheless, it's spending
much closer
So,
to that
I mean, I
goal.
think the economy is it's moving along. Economic growth is going to be 1.5% or better this year, maybe a little better. Forecasts have been coming up, as you can see. So
We'll give away 4 of those right now. How's that sound? Basically, super simple. You pass eval, then you go funded, and then once you get your 3 days of trading, you get whatever you get. You get a certain payout of a certain amount. Each payout gets bigger and bigger and bigger until you go uncapped at the end. Very simple, very straightforward. No activation fee, no monthly fee, 100% split, no 90-10 split like the tip stop or whatever. They do the splits out there. 100-0 split. It's crazy. I've been trading with them for a very long time. They've been paying me out since I started trading with them. No problems, no issues. Love them there. They are great. All right. All righty. Give away 4 of these bad boys. I can't believe of all the things I did today, my Fund Futures account was the one that didn't make it. The contest account. That's funny though. Man, trading in Fed is crazy, but the scalps have been playing out very well on the different places. Very nice. PG, winner number 1. Type something in chat, buddy. Excluding the goofy contest account, how much did I make? 8, 93, 11, 3, 12, 13, 14, 5, 16, 5, 17, 5, 18, 1, 19, 1, 19, 8, 28, 21, 6, 22, 23, 2, 22, 2, 23, 2, 23K day today. Andy Nalem, winner number 2. Type something in chat. These are my Fund Next legacies. These are my Tradeify straight to Fund, and this is the sim account, the Fund Futures contest that didn't survive MHP buy right after the blast up. Andy, let's go, baby. Congrats to you. Congrats. You guys win 25K Fund Index accounts. Amazing firm. I love trading with them. Like I said, through 4 days to pay out from the start. This is the fastest payout you can get. 500 Futures Pro, or My Fund Futures is 8 days. Top Step is 7 days. Tradeify is 5 days on their straight to funded. FundNX is 4 days. There's nobody faster than FundNX. When's the next no cap deal? I can't tell you when that, because I don't know. They haven't announced it yet. Daryl Thornton, next winner. The song is fire, dude. RST, man, you nailed it. This one's great. It's a pretty good song for the giveaway. Do I know what's wrong with the ETF website? They updated it today, so there could be some bugs. I feel like pretty good today. Everything lined up was really nice. Very nice, very nice. Oh, they didn't say anything. All right, let's recycle that one back to learn. 2 more people gonna get their accounts in a second. Very cool. Give away a bonanza. I am kind of on a win streak. I've only had 1 losing day this month. It's blowing my mind. Trust me when I say it's not normal to go on big win streaks. But I've had a really lucky month. Karan. Winner number 3. Are the winners not at their desks today? No, no one winner. Woo, baby. don't know where everybody is today. Well, leaves it open for you guys. Be doggy.
Walking fast.
Oh. I can't play Tyler's video. Copyright strike. That's funny. P Doggy, you got to be here, man. Somebody's got to be here. Everybody just decided to take off today. Get Touch this year. Might as well just give it to him. Kristen's here. Just give it to her. Come on. I don't know what to tell you guys. You see me some Miss Vicky's? That'll trade. That's a good trade for some free stuff. Man, I'm telling you. Anthony Santiago, I have a good feeling you're here. Anthony boy, you better be here. Joe Santiago, close enough. You got half of the words right. There we go. Anthony's here. I see him. I see that name in chat. Okay. Thank you. And so spinning the wheel to the viewers that took a leak at the wrong time. I hear her yelling at Pickle right now. The market is still fucking around the 666.6 whatever level. The devil's number is not going to let go today. ID 2411. Please be here, man. Please be here. Please be here. I don't have to type anything else. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. Awesome. 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 Okay. So winners. Tune into the biggest and best. Here we are. By far. Throwing more alpha, day trading alpha than anyone on YouTube. We bring it home. This is why we're the fastest growing channel on the planet. That's why we're one of the biggest channels on the planet now. You guys are coming for some live trades, some good chat. Predicting the Fed before it happens, predicting the rate cuts as much as we can, doing our homework, teaching you guys how to do homework. What a killer day today. Sean Sawyer was on the show. Amazing person, man. This is a good day. Great trading day. Very few casualties, just one. And yeah, it's fantastic. Winners, do me a favor. Every day we give away 20 to 30 prop accounts to all of my viewers who follow me wherever I go. I give about 20 to 30, sometimes 50 per day. You guys want free accounts? Hang out with us on the stream every single day. Today's winners, the two of you guys that had Tradeify, and the four of you that have Funded Next, here's what you do. You need to go to my Discord. Link is in the description below. You need to go to the contest channel. You need to message our admin named Slacks, S-L-A-C-K-S. You have 1 hour to do so, or you forfeit your prize. You have to have an account with Funded Next or Tradeify, whichever one. Already have an account. Give them the email ID to that account. Take a screenshot of your YouTube ID from inside this account. That way we know that it's you. We can put the two together, and then we'll give you instructions on how to get your account Keep using the Rock Scooter code. Keep when you go out there and buy all your prop stuff, use our code. That's how we negotiate for all these giveaway accounts. It's awesome. Like I said, we're giveaway projecting 800 accounts for the month of September. So each month we go back and we say, give us some more, and then they give us more. It's been nice. Why can't you win shit anywhere? Hey, if it makes you feel better, I've never won in one of my giveaways, so. Your parrot died last week? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Look, anyone else that says they're good or says they're the best or says they're better, I'll give somebody $100,000. Actually 50. I said 50. I'll put 50,000 into an account. I'll put 50,000 into another account, and I will give them money to trade against me. And then I'll go out there and I'll bet 50,000 they blow it up. That way I hedge my bet in case they blow it up on purpose. So I'll spend $100 just to prove that I'm better than anyone else on YouTube. I'll just give them money to trade. That way I have no excuse to say no. I said the Tory trade. She never responded. Never responded. So I would. Just for fun. They can keep the gains. And so if they make any money, I'll let them keep it. I give my 50K back, but they blow it up, then I got a 50K bet they blew up. So we want to take the other side of that. Just kidding though. But I really would do that though. That'd be fun. I'd love to go head to head against anybody, but you'll find there's a general consensus that very few traders will let you watch. The only trader would probably let you see their history of their account. A couple of them. I only know a handful of them. But Tori never responded. Darn. Eight of your parents died last week, one for each day of the week. How many birds do you guys have? There's a ton of birds dying last week. This is I'm sorry to hear this. It's like a zoo in here. I have a FunNX code right up here. Right here. Look at this, right above my head. Read it. Rocket. Rip your burbs. You have like 15 birds. Birds aren't real. Birds, all their heads are all the birds' heads are falling off. Petey, pretty bird. Tony Hawk isn't real. Oh, y'all are too funny. You won who the coolest contest is? That's correct. You take me on the deal, we trade 4x GP in. No, dude, I'll lose. I don't know anything about 4x. I'm dead. I'm dead in the water if we try it. What a great day today, guys. It's been fun. Fed was entirely predictable. I underestimated how aggressive they were going to go. I thought we'd get 50, but 25 is it, and it's going to be 25 for the remainder. So it looks like no 50s are coming through at all 25s, and we're going to get 4 more in the next year or less, and 2 more in the next 3 months. So the drastic move is going to be split up in 325 points. They're not going to shock the market with a bunch of 50s. So I'm assuming next month there's a rate cut, and probably December is another rate cut as well. 2 back-to-backs, skip a month, November, go December. I think we'll get that. You're smart, dude. Then why you think I'd pick 4x? That's where all the smartest traders are, man. Evan J might be your best day in about a month. Dude, somebody made like 100-something thousand today. Other people were saying somebody Gabriel his first 10K day today. He said his hands were shaking. That's incredible, man. Man, what a great day today, you guys. Fun stuff. Now, I think to finish out, we got about an hour and some change left. This might just continue to move higher. I don't see any potential reason for markets to continue to move downside. I think we got rid of all the noise. Looks like we're kind of back to where we started anyways. Little side trivia. Remember I drew these levels yesterday and told you guys to watch them today? The halfway point between contracts, a rollover, and I told how important that level is to support in case it's a bull market, and we fell right to it. So Nasdaq, same thing. I just didn't draw it, but it's literally right there in the middle. You can see it to the point. Contango midpoint is a real thing, y'all. Always a thing. Now we're back above MHP, like the original trade from today. MHP long. Like, would it be crazy to just take an MHP long and to close? Resilience still negative though. But I just like one more account. Like, oops, that's S&P. Whatever. Whatever. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This market is just moving like so freaking crazy fast. All right, let's take the MHP long, whatever. This account's been like the most fun one. This expired this morning, yeah, this morning, before market open. What a crazy journey today. Up, down, 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 up, 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 consolidate, open, resilience, almost at zero. Jesus. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-bow, bum. Look at the wick on that daily NQ. Oh, dude, it's gonna be freaking crazy, dude. That's it. There's that big sell. There's that big bump up. Oh yeah, super nice. So I got my one final trade in this one last red account. See, this turns bad boy green. Brian F requesting his second 5K payout from the ETF DTF account tomorrow. Very good, man. Dude, that's incredible. That's incredible, man. I'm so proud of you, dude. You guys, I've never known a trading community that crushes it as hard as this one does. And that's not because of me. That's because of you guys. I feel like the smart people just make their way over here. I feel like the smartest folks make their way over here. I feel like the kids and the dumb people like watch everyone else. I like the smarty pantses like to come over here and hang out. Now let's blow this account up with style. Dude, like it's just been such a fun scalping day today. Y'all have fun today? I'm sure some people didn't have fun. But in general, did you have fun? Might not have been like the best day for everybody. It was a crazy day, but I love when I make it out flying colors. If only my YOLO. Dude, I lost at least I lost my futures competition in style. Oh, ETF's website is down. Looks like they're fixing a couple things. So don't panic, you guys. They should be fixing some things. Hell yeah. Let's just put more green on the board. Woo! Woo! I'm gonna do workout again. I know I've been working out like every day. She's been going sometimes twice a day. I'm sore, man. I've been like, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that hurts. I don't want to show off too much. Some of you guys might have girlfriends that are watching. But it's been crazy. I'm actually like really sore. My butt's sore. My leg is sore. We've been doing solid core, man, which is like Pilates on crack. And Q is the equivalent of sticking your dick in crazy. That's basically it. Back and buys today. There you go. That's what I did the other day. Back and biceps. Ow. Oh. Those regular numbers next to the DOM are current. Yes, these are current. Whenever I'm in and out of my trades, as soon as I close out all my trades, I usually just update the P&L picture. I just screen cap all of them. The DOMs have to be like full, like big on the screen. I mean, not DOMs, the platforms are big on the screen, spread out, so I can trade. So to line them all up in a screenshot so that it fits and just to this little window that I've got, because all the space I've got to show P&L, I have to have them like, you can see there's 3 different platforms stacked on top of each other. So I have to like scoot them all together, then take the picture, then move them back over the trade. So I can't leave them all squished together in real time because I can't click the buttons to trade them. So that's really like the only way to to do it. So I always have had this like tiny little window to just show you guys the balance once they're all closed out. I'm fully flat except for this one contract. And then anytime someone's like, what's the balance now? What's the balance now? Then as long as I'm not in the middle of a trade, I'll just sort of like, I'm sorry, if I'm in the middle of a trade, if I'm not actually trying to manage it, I'll just whip a quick screenshot just to update people. I'm pretty good at like updating it throughout the day. Always as current as possible, yeah. I have a hard time to hold trades longer. Depends. Not usually, but it depends. I have really good patience when it comes to trading. I don't usually scare myself out of a trade too easily. Susan's literally submitting complaints about a free YouTube stream to the Better Business Bureau. Susan Rando, yeah. The weirdest part about rando fake accounts, usually just some other small streamer who wishes they were as big as we were showing up on their fake account. So I recommend for a trading desk setup, time for you to upgrade. Any kind of desk for trading, there's really no need. You just need a lot of space. The one that I have is one that I got from Crate and Barrel, I would say 10 years ago. It is a thick, sturdy ass piece of wood that holds a bajillion monitors and stuff. You don't really need something huge and massive and bulky unless you're like running a business and you need drawers. And you know, I got to store like Cobra Kai headbands and disco ball cowboy hats, so I need some drawers. But the average person trading, you don't need much. If you want to spend a little bit of money on a desk, the Magnus Pro sit stand gaming desk with cable management is the desk to buy for any computer setup, whether it's gaming, work, whatever. Magnus is the shit. It's worth whatever you'll pay for it because it's got cable management. It's got a cable tray. It looks cool. It's sweet. It's automatic. It's sit stand, so you can raise it with the button. It raises, lowers. Super high quality, really nice. I got one over here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. As far as your general desk goes, they have a small one and a big one. There is not a better desk in existence for cable management, all in one built, unless you can mod it yourself. I have the big one. I've got it over here in my gaming setup. It basically looks like this. It's a sit stand desk. It's all automated, and here I am pitching it like I'm an affiliate. I'm not, trust me, I don't have a code for this, but I have one. I think it ran me close to like $600-700, but there's this cable tray in the back that is really dope, and there's a lid on it that flips open, and you tuck all your cables into the desk. The desk has an electrical outlet that goes through here, and essentially this plugs into the wall, and then you plug everything into your desk inside of this tray, and everything's hidden. Like, I'm a clean freak, and that's why I like it. But this by far is like, this is what it looks like, and it's got a little LED strip if you want to pay the money for it. But by far, this is the best desk they've ever used. I've never heard of Uplift. Hold on. It looks Uplift desk. It looks pretty Uplift. It looks pretty standard issue. It looks like a desk. They're all pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. But the idea is that, look, it's just a general desk, and you're gonna see cables everywhere. The trick with the Magnus is so good is you can't see any of the cables. That's why I tell you, people. You see right here, what you see right here is this little guy. I'm clicking this right here. There's a little swivel, so this opens up. So this is a door that opens up this way. So you open up the little door, and basically all inside of here is like maybe a 3-inch deep tray for all your cables. So you open the lid, tuck your cables in, close the lid, and this is like a 1-inch gap for all your cables to come out in between. And so you will see nothing behind this desk, which is what I like about it. It's completely clean, sexy clean almost. So to me, that's like the best desk you can buy. For like that whole thing. How to manage all your accounts? Yeah, I've got them all open. I have essentially Trade of 8 web versions all open in, like, they're basically browser windows. So on my upper monitor, I've got, like, here's the monitor. It literally looks like this. I've got Funded Next. I've got Tradeify. I've got my funded futures. I've got my ETF live account. I've got everything all in one place. This one is Tradeify Desktop. This one allows me to have multiple DOMs open that I can throw one on the screen that I'm trading here. The DOM stays open. Desktop allows you to have multiple DOMs open in separate windows. Web version doesn't. So the web version does not have multiple DOMs. There's one DOM and a list of accounts. So basically when I trade them, I'm just right click long, right click long, right click long, right click long. It's pretty cumbersome, but that's how I manage it. Because you can't pop separate DOMs out in the separate windows. So same thing here. And so it has a DOM right there. So I can have one active DOM. I can also switch the account. Like I can actually, there's a little drop down. I can switch which account is focused. You can't have multiple DOMs in the web version of Trade of 8 because web version of Trade of 8 is lame. So essentially I have them all spread out. And I gotta, and this desktop version of Trade of 8 also has all my accounts, right? So whenever I'm like the screenshot, I just stack them all on top of each other, quickly snap the picture, and then I spread them back out to trade with. So that's it. That's how I do it. Literally, I'm right click long. It's pre-populated with the number 1. So I just right click long with 1. And then if I want to long again, I'll just long again. It's slightly slower than having a bunch of DOMs, which I do hate, but as far as the desk goes, you guys, I'll tell you in general, it just depends on what you want. Like for all desks are pretty similar. You don't want some flimsy Office Depot desk. If you're like, you like furniture style, you want something more kind of awesome. You don't have to get a, $1,000 gaming desk like I did, but I love how there's not a single cord on the floor, and that's pretty nice. If you saw my office, it's so ergonomically designed. It's actually like a work of art. But all the bootstrap cables are hidden. Do I trust Apex futures? Yeah, Apex is not bad. We have a code with them. 80% off right now with Rocket Scooter if you're using Apex. Same browser or different? All in the same browser. So I'm using Firefox for all of my trading. Are you open them on different browser tabs? Do the sessions conflict? No, they don't, because in the web version, each browser open is a separate instance. That's why they're all contained in the same instance. So I can just type in tradeof8.com and log in, and then that tab is logged into that prop firm. So I've logged in multiple places. The desktop version, Trade of 8 and NinjaTrader were lazy as fuck, and they only allow you to open one instance of the desktop version for whatever reasoning they have, and not let you connect to multiple instances of an account. If you had 2 different NinjaTrader accounts, you wouldn't be able to trade both of them in the desktop version. They literally shot themselves in the foot when they built this platform. So take a picture of my setup. Actually, I think I have it on my Instagram. Let me show you really quick. I have a video. Hold up. I go to my Instagram. I got a I got a video somewhere. Oh, that's the old setup. Where's the new setup? Let me find it real quick. TBC should still be 40% off. Yeah, hold on. I swear I have it somewhere. Oh, you guys remember when I had 20,000 subs on YouTube? Now we have 40. I swear I had a video of my setup somewhere. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. That's the old computer, by the way. And then this is the Magnus desk, the one I have off to the side. Look at this. Look at that. Like no cables, no cords. It's so sexy. I know, I shouldn't even show it on the stream. It's so hot. I like it nice and clean. So that was my earlier computer. I had 2 computers in one box. Now I built a different computer since then, but what monitor stand is that? AtDeck, dude. AtDeck is like, they're the company that does monitor desk stands for Citadel. This company right here. This is a professional financial and accounting and services multi-monitor rig setup. Like I said, their biggest customer is Citadel. So they have like, you know, essentially carbon steel monitor arms. They're not even like the flimsy ones you get on Amazon. So what I have is a 3-pole system. I've got a pole that goes straight up here, straight up there, and straight up there. And each monitor is on, it's vertically on one pole. You can't even see them, but they're like these thick black poles. You can kind of see this one right here. It's like, it goes there. Dude, they're sturdy as shit. And they're 27-inch monitors. That way I can have spaces for the camera and the speakers and all that. So it's really nice. A pole goes here all the way up. And then it's got like a swivel arm. That. Each of the monitors. I also invested a lot of money into a really nice rig, but this thing is like stable. I don't like rigs that have like a pole in the middle, and I don't like the arms that do that on one pole that are on like the same pole, because what happens is like one of them slouches down, the other one slouches up. They sort of do a seesaw thing. So I wanted like them independent of each other on the horizontal axis. So makes it kind of nice. You have an incredible one monitor system. So let me show you guys. Let me zoom out. You see how the cable tray, it's so sexy. Look at this. All the monitors. You can't see a single cable here. Oh, my keyboard's missing, but there's one cable here for the keyboard. I have a wound cable for that. So everything is just tucked right into this little bin right there, and on the floor, clean. The way that I like it. This is my this wasn't shown before, but I have another arm right here where my laptop sits above here. So I actually have my laptop elevated off of this. This is my gaming station. That's it. That's the one. I need 57-inch widescreen monitors. I can't on the stream because I have lights and cameras that have to shine somewhere. So if I have big monitors, I wouldn't have a place to put the cameras. They'd be in front of the monitors. So remember, the trick to streaming is there's like a zillion little things you guys don't see. I've got like peeking between the monitors, like I've got lights shining on my face. So some people put their lights like above a monitor and shine down. But what happens is you get a shadow under your chin. If you put them exactly what I get, you get what I call the profile shadow. Profile shadow is whenever you're doing profile photography, headshot, you're going to put a light above somebody and angle down at 45 degrees. It gives them like a distinct shadow under their neck that makes it really like their face really pop and stand out. I didn't want it that drastic. So my lights are basically high enough that you don't see the reflection in my glasses. If I do that, you will see it. So like my shit is scientifically organized so that when I stare at the screen, you don't see the reflection in the light. If I look up, you will. Like that. If I look up high enough, you will. Like if I look up basically here, you'll finally see the light. And that's like my plane of sight. So when I look up, you'll see the reflection. Normally, when I talk to you guys, you don't. The last thing you want is like to see lights in my face like this the whole time. That's one thing I had to do. And is this a beard? Some of it's a beard. But you see that beautiful jawline with that slight little bit of separation right here? It's a little black shadow right there. That's the perfect little angle, baby. I have a really nice lighting setup. It's my whole thing. Lighting's pretty much everything. The lighting of the room is also pretty cool. You can't see all, there's a giant lighting rig right here. You see all the lights in the back of the wall? There's actually a rig that you can't see that, I don't know if I can draw on my screen here. But so normally I got my lights and my camera and all the stuff and the speakers peeking through the monitors. That way I can hear everything. My control panel, my control boxes, all that stuff. Behind me, there's two giant compression mount poles that compress into the ceiling. They have a crossbar between them with a lighting rig that creates the array lighting on the back of the wall there. So this, like, there's a whole bunch of lights above and behind me that you can't see off the frame, the light at the wall behind me. Yeah. So that's not a beard. Yeah. What is VIX doing? Is VIX falling today? Very nice, very nice, very nice. Try to grab one final ES trade to support a month at hedge pressure here. Or Nasdaq was at hedge pressure. We got 10 minutes until market closes. MOC. Who knows if we're gonna pop, we're gonna drop, whatever. I'll just hold through with this one contract, see if anything comes of it. Yes, sir. You like the auto polls? Yeah, they're Manfrotto auto polls. They're great. So K-Spec knows what I'm talking about. Where do I see VIX? I use VIX futures and I use Thinkorswim to do it right here. Yeah, dude, the Manfrotto stuff is so good. Like I've had them for years. So I got the two poles and a crossbar. So I have a whole lighting rig behind it, and essentially the only thing that's on the floor is a pole that's maybe like, I would say probably 2 inches in diameter, and it's just like a black pole that goes straight up. You can't even tell that it's there. But the lights are just out of frame. And the whole idea was to create like a subtle shadow here. And also reduce the flicker of the low light in the camera. One of the things with my camera, you can see a little bit of flicker on the store. So part of what I had to do was create a scenario where you can't see the flicker. If you look hard enough, you see a little tiny bit of a flicker. Can't get rid of it because it has to do with that guy right here, this guy. The LED sign actually flickers. LEDs flicker, that's how they work. And this guy the camera picks it up even though your eyes can't see it when you look at it. The camera picks it up. So I had to kind of like create a scenario where you can't actually see the flickering. Kind of was looking weird. Kupo is a good brand. Yeah, Kupo is pretty good. You got 3 tripods from Manfrotto. Yeah, they're good, dude. I've had my tripod that I use for like stationary photography is Manfrotto as well. They're really good. I've had them for forever. I've had the poles for a decade probably. I think 2018, 2019 I built the lighting rig. I used to use them to hold a green screen. So at some point I had a green screen and a lighting rig all built on the same system. Cheers. What's up, man? Just passed an Apex eval. Drake, let's go, man. Congrats. There are flicker-free LEDs. Can't remember the spec name. Yeah, when I designed the sign, they told me it wasn't going to flicker, but it doesn't unless you put it on low lighting, which is I like. If I let maximum brightness, you won't be able to tell. Like, it's not that bad. But like, that's crazy. I don't want it to look like a fucking tanning salon in here. So I wanted it to be as dim as you go. And you know with LEDs, the dimmer you go, the less intensity, the more the flicker is going to be. So that's kind of the science over there, to get a slightly dim. And it has to do with their it's a cheaper design, I feel. Like a better design wouldn't have that. Like the company I went with just didn't have a good design. Are we crashing into close? An MOC, I did have one contract, S&B. Oh no, what we gonna do? Are we gonna hold MHP, guys? What do y'all think? Are we gonna close at the devil's number? All of this like circle for the market to go pretty much absolutely nowhere today. What a crazy freaking day today, right? I tell y'all. I tell you what. I'll tell you what. Anybody watch the new season of King of the Hill? They remade, like, King of the Hill got rebooted. 10 years later, Bobby's older. He owns a restaurant. Dude, it's so funny. I love King of the Hill. It's like one of my favorite cartoons. Oh, damn it, Bobby. I love propane. It's very forget. LED flicker is due to cutting corners on the AC to DC rectification circuit. Now you have it. Some expertise in chat there. Damn sign cost me like $500, so I told them about it. They were like, would you like a refund? I was like, I'll work with it. I don't want to have to wait another couple months. But they did a damn good job on the sign, so it was kind of nice. MHP stands for monthly head stretcher. It's gamma exposure of monthly options held by dealers. Market maker options that expire in the month. Give my thoughts on dot plot. You can see it on Twitter. I've made 3 posts about it. We're gonna get 2 25-point cuts this year and 2 more next year. Matt is a handsome paisano. Hey, thank you, my man. Thank you. It's funny you starting in at the same place. It was a wild ride today, guys. It was definitely a wild ride. All right, MOC's kicking off. We got 8 minutes till market closes. Are we gonna just crash out and sell to close the day out? Are we gonna close above MHP back where we started? I don't know. All your resiliences are negative. Nothing looks good right now. Nothing looks great for it to be up here, but I did take a long, just because we're at MHP. I thought I was gonna grab NASDAQ, but I grabbed S&P on accident. But whatever. Taking that MHP bet, baby. Then we'll see what we got. When you pass an Apex eval, when does it switch over to the sim funded? Do you have to contact them? No, what you have to do is go to your dashboard. Usually when the market closes, they'll send you a form, an agreement you have to sign. And then once you sign the agreement, then you should get the account usually by the next day, before the next day starts. I had a look today. Shannon, bro, it was a good day. Pretty good day. But although I did, long story short, I found out I was trading in the wrong My Funded Futures account. I had, I have a couple. And I was not trading in the contest account they gave out. It had different credentials. I even know. I didn't get the memo. You guys remember Bull Barbie and others were complaining on Monday that the contest was kind of wacky. The rules were changing last minute. Nobody knew what was going on. None of us knew. We're all texting each other the weekend like, what's going on? Does the contest start tomorrow? Nobody really knew. And they threw it to us. I was trading. I got a 2-day late start anyways. And then I was trading in the wrong account when I started trading. And then so my gains weren't even counting. I noticed today, I was like, oh crap, there's only like 2 days left on the contest. I better do something. And then I made a funny statement. I was like, I'm going to full port on, I'm either going to win in one trade or I'm going to lose in one trade, and we'll just have fun with it. And I said, I'll full port on Fed. And I did. And I bought here. Oh, wait. Where was it? Here. Right there. I was like, oh, good. MHP. Good. And then busted. It's sim account, so like it wasn't even a big deal. It's just a fun sim account they gave us for the contest, but it'll be really funny just to say like I went out the bank. 6,666. Get away from this crazy number. We were here yesterday talking about the devil's number. I don't want to talk about it again today. Just go up, go to like 6,700, and let's move on. So yeah, Drake, hopefully that helps you out, dude. But other than that, today was pretty good. Only one of the accounts is red. The one on the screen, I'm trying to put some green on it, but it looks like it's going even more red right now. Tell them to start it over. I don't even care. It's a week-long goofy contest for bragging rights, just for fun. Just so we can all make fun of each other. I'd rather just be the joke of the contest. To me, it's more fun to just tell people I full ported at Fed just to have fun. It's actually a funnier story to tell than hurting everybody's feelings, as I was kind of told that other people were nervous about me trading against them, like they were taking it real seriously or whatever. Well, I won't be hurting anybody's feelings now, huh? So just having fun with it. To me, I don't care about that kind of stuff. But it would have been fun to like, I told Tom, I was like, I'll full port long. If you full port short, we'll go head to head. We were just joking around. But let's just have some fun with it. All right, market closes in 4 minutes, you guys. It's IDOC's birthday, so I won't be doing much. I'm going to run the calcs right after this, but I'm going to be done for the evening. No boot camp this week. We're taking the week off, so we'll come back next week with the Trader Funding Program Masterclass series, the new series in the boot camp that we haven't done before, so this is new. Any level with 69 is good. I would agree. But looks like this market doesn't want to burp into close. Looks like it just wants to kind of lay low into close. Man, what a fun like trading day today, you know what I'm saying? It's like fun as shit today. I like almost every scout played out for the most part. It's kind of nice. But liquidity pocket almost had a catalyst. Liquidity pocket. It was some Rocket Suiter playbook came in pretty handy. We got a little tail up of VIX into the close here, just slightly, not too bad, but just slightly. I do think that probably in the close, we probably, man, it'd be so great if we just end up somewhere higher, away off of this flat kind of trade, but we'll see. Today was a great day. Started red, ended green. Very nice, very nice. All right, y'all, 1 minute till market closes. I'm out. Thanks for hanging out with me all day. Love you guys. Sub to the channel if you haven't subbed before. We love hanging out and helping you guys out with FOMC, analyze what Powell's saying and all this crazy stuff. We try to make it fun. And we had a good day. I'm going to call it quits. This is like 23, 24K today, dude. It was crazy. This was a good day. I'm going for a 100K payout with funded next. That's the goal. I ain't stopping until I get it. So I'm going to be the world first Fund Index Futures 100K payout. That's my goal. Somebody told me I should wait for $1 million, but I'm not that ballsy. Love y'all. We'll see y'all later.